Chatman Friday,
a podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne. Chatman Friday. Hello, dear listeners. This is Chatman Friday again, and this Friday, and me, Syed, with Ian again in this podcast with you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So today we're very privileged to have Arnav Goyal, who's a young man from Delhi in India who did a degree in architecture back in India, moved to Melbourne to do a Master's of Architecture at Melbourne University. We're going to talk to him about that experience and his more broader experience in being in Melbourne at this time. So, Arnav, you're also a staff member at North and West Melbourne Neighbourhood Centre part-time, doing some, what I call community development. You call it community... Outreach. Sorry, my apology. It's an outreach. So we'll come back and talk about that a bit later in today's discussion. Thank you for joining our chat today. Syed, can you start off with a few questions for us?
Yeah, of course. I'm very happy, Arnav, you're here in this Chatman Friday. At the beginning, if you have something to say to the listeners, mic is yours.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ian and Syed, for this amazing podcast opportunity.
Nice.
I think Chatman podcast is a really good initiative. And I'm really thrilled to be here.
Thank you.
I've been working at the center for some time at the moment, and it has been a really nice experience, like overall growth, as well as seeing how community affects people's life and how they improve and help them. Like, it's so motivating and so interesting to see that.
We are also very happy. And, Arnav, when people come from another country to a new country, so this person has a lot of experience, comparing two countries, two experiences together.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this podcast will be very interesting.
Oh,
today.
I'm looking forward for that.
Tell us a little bit about the experience, as I said. From India, you came here to study more with higher education in Australia. I know different countries, they have different system, maybe slightly different. So tell us a little bit about the differences.
Yeah, I was not very aware about how Australian culture would be different from Indian culture. You would be surprised, but the main reason why I chose Australia was because of its diversity.
Yes.
I think Australia is very well known for multiple cultures, people of multiple cultures, different languages, different food. Like, I get to taste Indian food and Asian food and Western food, Italian, you find everything here. I love that. Yeah. And as an international students, there are loads of challenges. Of course, the education system is vastly different. Indian education system would be pretty prescriptive, I would say. We have a fixed subjects, fixed kind of a directionality which is given. People don't sway a lot while they are studying. Whereas in Australia, you have more flexibility.
Yes.
And it is a really interesting way of looking forward to education where you can study, explore, and then study again. And I've seen people, while I was talking to a lot of people, local people in the community, usually people don't work in the field that they studied, actually, because they love exploring things. And then they studied something different after some time, and that was really fascinating. And I plan to do something similar, because finding your goal and ambition and passion early on in your career and then working towards it is a better way of your professional development than just getting stuck with your educational studies and then just being stuck in that system, which I really think Indian education system is a little bit, still needs a little bit more development.
Yeah, that's right. So those things were the good things. And I can't say the bad things or the problems. But some key issues that you faced when you moved to Australia, what were those things that you thought that was something a little bit harder to go ahead?
Okay, so let's go to the bad things at the moment. A little bit better, I would say.
Not too many.
Yeah, so challenges and challenges are there in every step.
Yeah.
Personally, there was a big challenge of balancing work and education both at the same time. Of course, coming from India, you have more expectation and more responsibilities.
Yes.
I wanted to support my family by financially not being too much overburdening over them. So I was trying to work, and I got a really good opportunity at the university. So I was very fortunate for that. But I was trying to manage studies and work both at the same time. And to be honest, I enjoyed it. It was hard, it was challenging, but I think if I go back and if I would suggest anyone, I think that is more joyful. Like you learn way more. You develop as a human being in general, like trying to manage and juggle multiple things.
Maybe you reduce your sleep times.
Oh yeah, and you'll lose a lot of like health points, like HP points. But I think it's part and parcel of life. Everyone needs a pyramid of priorities. For me, health, of course, is at the very top. Then comes education. Then comes everything else. But yes, there is ways of like there are different challenges, as you said. The bigger challenge would be finding good food. Like as a vegetarian, it's slightly harder to find the food that outside, like locally available food that I can usually eat. And I didn't had time to prepare most of the cook food by myself.
Right.
So I was eating ready to eat meals and stuff like that, trying to find cheap options in Melbourne, which is hard.
Yes.
And that was a big challenge. And education wise, the system here has a different scoring criterias, and I was a little bit unaware of the scenario and the entire system, how they scored and how they graded assignments and everything. That was a little bit challenge. And I was very happy to have good mentors and good people surrounding me in the university who helped me solve that issue.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I think me and Arnav became a bit talkative at the moment.
Yeah, that's all very good.
I know you have a lot of other questions, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
So let's have a short break. Then after that, microphone will be yours.
Okay, thank you both.
Yeah.
This is North and West Melbourne Neighbourhood Centre, and we host programs and activities for locals. Visit us at nwmnc.org.au or call us at 9328 1126, or even better, come in person at 58 Errol Street, North Melbourne.
Welcome back, everybody, to Chat Man Friday. We're talking to Arnav Goyal, our guest from India, who's now studying in Australia, as we mentioned before. Arnav, I want to go back to that point about what it's like being an international student. You talked quite a bit about your experience. My experience at your same university, Melbourne, about many decades ago, I have to say, was there are very few Indian students. So my first question is, have you got a lot of peers from India that you can sort of bond with here in Melbourne at university?
The scenario has changed, Ian. It has massively evolved. There are a lot of diverse students now at the university, and I was lucky to find good mentors, both like Indian and international, from different parts of the world. And there are many Indian students at the university. Personally, if you ask me, I love to talk to people from all cultures. As I told before to Saeed, that I love diversity. So I wasn't really focused or captivated to find Indian friends.
Yes.
But I have Indian friends who were really focused to find that group of local cultural community. And they have been really successful. There are clubs in the university called AMSU clubs. There is Indian Society Club. And there is one West Bengal or Bengal club. I might be butchering their name. I don't want to do that here. But yeah, they were really good, amazing Indian clubs at the university. And there are good quantity of 30, 40, 50 people who are supporting just the club. So it's an interesting interface in general.
But did you get experience from that group? Did you actually lean on them at first when you came to Melbourne? Or
so when I came to Melbourne, I love to participate in different activities.
Yeah.
I became a member of few clubs called Bhakti Yoga Club, and I wasn't a part of IGSS, which is Indian group.
Yes.
But in Bhakti Yoga, I found loads of Indian people, and it was I found every culture. But yeah, it helped me out a little bit because it helped breaking the ice to the university and welcoming environment. I think university plays a big role with its student services group. They ran the orientation festival. They ran this Discover UNIMELB events, and they ran the welcome to university events with orientation challenge and so many activities. I made so many friends through being participant in Discover Unimel, in orientation challenge, and being like talking to the staff at the university. They are so like cooperative, so supportive, and I never felt like I was in a foreign land, like I was in a different university away from my home, because of the support systems that were there at the University of Melbourne.
That's good to hear. Look, Melbourne's got a very huge Indian population, so I'm going to challenge you when you said it's hard to find Indian food. It seems it's everywhere. So
Vegetarian food.
well, a lot of Indian food is vegetarian. So
Yeah, I agree with you, but it's hard to find cheap and cost-effective
okay.
Indian vegetarian food, because to be honest with you, when I came from India, you always calculate from the Indian currency to the Australian currency.
That is, everyone does that.
Everyone does this. Yeah, it's so common. And what I was like, wait a second, I used to eat out all the time, and it was like $1, and I'm spending $10 for the same quantity of thing. So it was more of that comparative analysis going in my head. That's why I was saying it was a little bit hard when I came, but slowly and gradually when you live in Melbourne, you realize that the entire system, economy and everything is different here, which you get accustomed to very like in a year or something.
okay. So your cooking skills
Oh,
on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm very, very bad at it. Probably, hopefully, no one is hearing this from my family, but it would be below 5. It would be like 3. I don't cook. I don't have patience to cook. That's the right word to put it. I love to work, and but I don't have that free, patient mindset to put my energy into cooking.
Okay.
But if I do, I spend a lot of time. Like I cooked like 4 to 5 times since I came here, like cooking, like detailed cooking. And it took me so long, like from washing dishes to cutting
That's the
everything.
hardest part.
Oh,
Washing dishes.
takes a lot of, like you have to calculate. Like if you cook for 2 hours, calculate 1 hour for washing dishes.
Yeah, of course. And the very boring part.
And it is like, I think loads of parts in cooking is boring. That waiting is like just boring. You just stand there and see the thing boil. And I don't think I had the patience for it. But sometimes when I cooked for like large gatherings. I cook spicy food. I like spicy food.
You're Indian.
Yeah. But yeah, like my supervisor loved it once I got her a pasta dish that I invented. I like to invent stuff.
Yeah.
I don't cook tradition. I don't cook recipes by reading it.
Oh, really?
I just try new stuff.
Oh, that's
Like
good.
the first time I cooked ever, I didn't read anything. I just like put some onions, like caramelized it. Then I just put some pasta sauce and then boiled pasta up. I was just trying veggie options. What is there? Like vegetarian hot dogs. So I was just cutting them up in pieces, putting it in. I was just trying to make it spicy and interesting. Fusion of I don't know what cultures.
Yeah, that's right. I do sometimes that, but most of the time the result is sometimes very good, sometimes very bad. It's not coming normal always, but very good or very bad.
Completely agree. That was a surprisingly good result. But the next time I cooked something and it was an experiment, it was such a disaster. I just couldn't eat it and I was feeling so bad. I spent like 6 hours on this thing and it's not edible.
Yeah.
I get you.
I've got some advice for financial planning advice.
Oh, please.
Learn how to cook.
Okay.
Buy a recipe book. Go to a supermarket that sells Indian food, and after a few months, you'll be pro. You'll be saving money. You'll be eating better. And you'll be happier.
I'll try that, Ian, but don't think my mentality is like saying yes to it at the moment. But I'll try it.
We'll come back to that. So, I mean, you're quite a gregarious kind of person. The personality is very open, but some students are not quite so open. So, what would you advise to perhaps a shyer international student coming to Melbourne?
That's a very good question. To be very honest, Ian, you might not say this is true, but I was an introvert.
Really? I'm shocked.
3 years back.
Really?
3 years back.
How long you are in Melbourne?
I'm here for 3 years almost.
So when you just came?
No. 4 or 5 years back.
Okay. You are.
Before like coming to Melbourne, I'll just give you a very quick history. I did my bachelor's in India, then worked there for 2 years. And I was an introvert when I graduated from my bachelor's. Like like I just didn't talk to anyone.
Oh my
Couldn't. Like I didn't had the
that courage
guts
and,
or courage to start the conversation. And when I was working in the firm in India, I realized talking and building up those soft skills are very crucial for your professional development. And my peers were destroying me, like my colleagues who were the same, even like working with me, they were just crushing me in the work just because of my skills. Like I was so poor in communicating. My work was good, but it was never acknowledged to the extent that it should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it changed a lot in my head. Then I also worked in different roles. I tried to challenge myself a lot, to be honest. I just threw myself into deep ends and test out how I'll emerge out of it. Like, to be honest, it's not easy always, but I just try to do it. When I came to Melbourne, the first job that I did was at a fruit shop.
Okay.
I went and I was like, okay, I need to find job. I went to South Melbourne market and just started asking people, can I work with you? Yeah.
It was hard.
It
at the
was hard
beginning,
because
asking people.
the good thing is it was just fresh out of COVID, I would say. And there was little labor. So people did were looking for people.
Right.
But it was not very easy. Like I talked to like 20 shops.
Yeah.
And what I was saying, see, like if you need any kind of support, I can help you out. And one of the shop member just like said, okay, come to the back and help us with the fruits and like packing
On the
stuff.
spot.
On the spot.
That was a big opportunity that
It
time.
was big, but to be honest, it wasn't a job because I got to learn that the owner is not there. And when the owner came, he said, oh, sorry, this was just your training. Come from Saturday. So like the good thing is I got the job from Saturday onwards. And it was the very first job that I did in Melbourne. And that translated to another sales job that I did. That translated to the university job that I'm doing at the moment. So I have tried to like do multiple type of works, try to improve my soft skills, my personality, try to improve my technical skills at the same time, like know more about software,
it's
more
normal.
about technology.
For people comes new in Australia, in other country, it is normal. You have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Some small things, then you build up yourself and step by step.
And I would suggest everyone to like challenge and take the challenge as an opportunity. Of course, not every challenge you'll be rising out with a successful story. You'll fail most of the time. I failed so many times, like I cannot even count. But the thing is, like you have to just try.
Yes.
The only thing a human being can do is keep on trying.
Yes.
They cannot.
That's right.
They cannot control the results. They can just control what they are doing through their dedication. So that's
right.
Trust me, that's what I do. I have a very, as things set in my head, I have to do it. I just cannot omit it. Like you said, health. For me, health is the most important thing. I have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
No matter how much time I have, what is happening, I have to do it.
Yeah.
The same thing goes with jobs. The same thing goes with projects and deadlines and talking to people, soft skills, everything. Like
That's
it's your
right.
mentality.
But not food, huh? One of the things that's missing. Something
Wait
to
a
work
second.
on.
I never said I don't eat food. I eat good food, but of course I need to improve that.
That's right.
Way better than what I'm doing at the moment.
That's right. So it's again time for a break. After a break, very short break, we will come back and we will continue this interesting conversation with Arnav.
Sing Now Community Choir. Join music director Susie Kelly in this inclusive community choir for adults of all ages. The choir sings music from across the world and spanning many decades. No previous experience is required. For more info, call us at 9328 1126 or visit our website.
Welcome back to Chatman Friday. Again, this is Saeed with Ian and with beautiful guest, Arnav. So, Arnav, you're an architect. It's very interesting job. I know. It's a lot of people. An architect is a very like high level job in the society, we can say, you know?
Okay.
Because you are building, not only building, you're giving a good look to the city. It's not only building a shelter or building. So it's all about how it looks too. Like also you're a graphic designer, so you can combine both. I did a little bit of graphic designing, but I know how it feels when you're being architect and graphic designer. So how you can combine these two together in terms of helping each other, these two professions. What do you think?
Yeah, like a beautiful question, but to be honest with you, like this architecture field, a lot of people have misconception of what architecture is all about. Architecture is all about understanding how people live and trying to find unconventional solutions or good
This is
solutions.
important. Yes.
And the same is with all design fields. And I won't go into AI talk here. Like a lot of things are happening at the moment. But creativity or how people live is a very important aspect of change, influence, improvement. Architecture is all about, we usually associate buildings when we talk about architecture, but it ranges from products, UX,
Right.
UI, to ways you transport, like
That's
the
right.
way you walk on the street, to how you live in your house, to how your environment, your experience, everything depends on like the spaces
So
that you are
it's
seeing.
very broad. It's very.
It is super
big.
broad.
Yeah.
And architecture students go in different fields. Some go for urban planning, some go for project management, some do UX, UI, some go for program development, whatever. So, yeah, I chose architecture. The only reason was I wanted to help people. I wanted to create unique solutions for them. And I love doing that. Even if I can achieve some sort of success in improving local people's life, I find great joy in it. And I think the Neighbourhood Center is doing an awesome job in that. And as a graphic designer, I do the same at the university. And I take their project brief and try to respond with a unique solution,
Okay.
which is like touching all their university guidelines. At the same time, it is like helping people out.
That's right. That's right. In section of or if we look at the side of the building part, when you came to Australia here, specific in North and West Melbourne, when you see the buildings and some very traditional and old structures, how you felt that one? How was that? Was interesting for you too? Or
Yeah,
what
so
do you
the
think?
side of the building that you view, actually the term is called facade. But I don't want to enter into technical terminology here. There is a big difference in the way architecture is thought and processed of in India and in Australia. When I was working in India, it was more of getting influence from Western ideas.
Yeah.
Right.
They were using materials like glass, steel, and everything, which might not suit Indians' climate that very well. Whereas the same materials here might be a little bit better in solution wise. Now, if I talk about Australia, there has been a lot of changes from few years back. Like if you look into the 20th century, 19th century urban planning aspects, even in North Melbourne, it was like all concrete. So there was no plants here, like no landscape, no green feature here. So it became like a greenhouse. Like the sun, all the radiant energy or like all the heat is getting trapped inside the structures, and there is no way to disperse it.
That's important.
Now
yeah.
that has changed a lot. Like North Melbourne is so much greener now. You can see the landscape, like even in your pathways, the walkways have beautiful trees and there are like greenery everywhere. They have an amazing garden nearby.
Everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, and these are the changes that make the environment more suitable for the people living here. And in Australia, the architecture is very contemporary, keeps on evolving. They look for sustainability, they look for new technologies and new materials. I was recently there for Build Expo, which was organized last week at Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Center. And I heard so many architects, engineers, contractors, and like in the entire construction industry, people talking about the new technologies and new ways how the buildings can evolve, how people's life can be improved with this new material and the new technology or whatnot. So I think Australia is like having loads of influence and amazing, things happening at
Do
the
you
moment.
like those old building features?
Oh yeah,
What you
like
see in Australia?
personally, I love the detailed facades here. Like if
Yeah.
you go to the town hall,
Yeah.
and it's such a beautiful building. You look at the building, you can see the heritage influence.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
It is the facade is having so many memories.
Yeah.
Like people take it as a landmark.
Yeah.
They memorize where they have to go by
Yes.
just naming that building.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a person like a local, and he said that I when anyone asked me where my home is, I gave the reference of town hall and said it's like 3 blocks away from the town hall. People don't remember the exact street name or the number of their house. They remember the landmarks.
The traditional way giving address, even
Yeah,
we use in our country, in Afghanistan, in India a lot, they use a lot.
India as well, yeah. From this chalk, you can find this street, and from this market, you'll go
You
there.
can see a green building, whatever.
That's happened.
One thing I noticed in North and West Melbourne in particular is that the streets are so wide. I lived in Clifton Hill, which is another middle suburb in Melbourne. I came into this part of town and it feels so much more open and free just because the street is so wide and there's trees down the middle.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that's changing quite a bit in the areas. That's an example of good architectural planning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reforestation of the street in a sense.
Yeah, it is not very easy all the time, to be honest, because trees have deep roots and depends on the soil type and quality. Australia has amazing diversity in wildlife, in fauna, flora, both. And it's slowly coming in. Like even I've heard that the native birds were not coming in Australia just because there was no landscape. After introducing the trees that you just mentioned, now we can see more native birds, more local Australian birds in North and West Melbourne. And it definitely improves the lives. Of course, there is pollen due to trees, and it does cause a lot of my peers and colleagues taking sick leaves because they have cold and cough. But to be honest, I think it's good for having a natural way of living. Artificial things cannot change it.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, it cannot improve your life. Only nature can.
Yeah, that's right. So 2 minutes more, maybe less than 2 minutes. We will have another break, very short break. We will come back and we will wrap up this conversation.
The men's afternoon tea. It's a casual get-together for some food and a chat with other men from the neighbourhood. New people are highly encouraged and it's free. It happens fortnightly Thursdays, 2:30 to 4 p.m. at 58 L Street, North Melbourne.
Welcome back to Chatman Friday for our last session with Arnav. So Arnav, you work at the North and West Melbourne Neighbourhood Centre part-time and you're involved in a project called Being a Melburnian, which was quite a big undertaking for us and for the University of Melbourne. Can you briefly tell us what it was about?
Yes, Being a Melburnian is an initiative which is supported by student and scholarly services. It is also called SAF funding, an amazing program in which we wanted to create a support circle connecting the two diverse groups of international students and older Melburnians, such that these two groups, which are having a big divide, not communicating with each other very often, can have a platform, connect more often, and maybe take this beyond their day-to-day. Amazing program, and I met amazing locals here. One of them inspired me so much. I was just running like one of the last sessions in the program, and there was a local Melburnian who came in the session with watery eyes.
Oh dear.
And I was like, I thought it was very windy that day. I was like, wait a second, are you all right? Like, is it windy? I asked. And he said, Arnav, I'm having a very big medical issue. And I was really surprised and shocked. And I was like, why is he here for the session? And I just said, you shouldn't be here. You should take care of your health more than this program. Like, it's fine being here, but your health is more important.
Yeah.
But the next thing he said actually touched me a lot. He said that no matter what happens, I'll be here because I love coming here. That changed my entire perspective of thinking how for different people, this program meant different things. For a local, it meant connecting to a family member or someone whom they can think of a long-term friendship.
Yes.
Whereas for someone, it was just gathering knowledge or learning more about Melbourne. So there was a very interesting palette of information and different things, magnitude of stuff that I learned. And it took me back to my original goal, why I wanted to do architecture. It was to help people.
Right. Yeah.
So I decluttered myself. I removed all those multiple thoughts happening from day-to-day troubles, and I was like, yeah, I need to achieve this, I need to achieve that. I tried to simplify it to bring back to the original goals and the things that drove me initially, which was helping people out. And I think being a Melburnian really was a great initiative for me to achieve some of the goals and desires that I wanted to do professionally. And it has been an amazing project.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Arnav. I really wanted to continue, but at the time not allowed us to go ahead more than that. So time is up. We have to finish here.
Thank you so much, Ian and Saeed. It was really nice.
And I thank you. You're a very passionate, articulate man. We learned a lot from you today, and there's a lot of enthusiasm coming from you that will help the community. So thanks again for coming in.
I'll try my best to help as much as possible.
Thank you very much. Dear listeners, we will be back in this podcast, Chatman Friday, next week again with a new guest.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
Chatman Friday.
A podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne. Chatman Friday.